What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Raid the Shadow Legends video, and in this video we are back to take a look at the Dragon Tournament. Because we have a challenge, to use only high elves, and the rewards are pretty decent. We have one free Prism for 2000 points, and this is going to probably be around 2000 energy. So is it worth it? We're gonna talk about it. We also have a bunch of gems, we have a skill tome, and we have one basalt level 1. Yikes. And in terms of the other rewards, we have ancient shard, and that's pretty much it. So, is this worth it? I think so. I think so because of the Prism shard. And yesterday we had the same, but it was for Dark Elves instead. But instead of a Prism, we were getting this shard for souls, which in my opinion has a little bit less value, but it was for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so maybe it was important for you. Let me know in the comments below if next time you want me to do a video on this or not, just to cover what's going on, right? And then you make your own decision if it's going to be worth it or not, because this is very expensive when it comes to energy. We'll talk about that in a second. So yeah. Okay, we are going to take a look at this challenge. We're going to take a look at which characters I have available and which characters I'm assuming most people will have available. And then you have to make your choices in terms of gear and how to use these characters. So let's talk about it. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Raid Challenges content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Now, in terms of the rewards, we have to clarify these 2100 points. This is going to require around 2500 energy. Yikes, it's a big yikes. You get the points like you see with this distribution, right? If you have 5 stars or 6 stars, you get more points. If it's a legendary or mythical, you get more points. How do you get legendaries and mythicals? Well, it's by doing the hard difficulties of the dungeons. And of course, if you're going to do the hard difficulties, it's going to be more difficult. But at the same time, it's really painful. It's really painful. And you can see the gap. If you get uncommon, rare, or epic, you get almost the same point. So it's really painful. And that's why these events are so expensive. And that's why you have to make the decision if it's going to be worth it or not. Now, one Prism shard, it can give you a legendary character, but most of the times, 99% of the times, it's going to give you a 4-star character, which you can use as a chicken. So, is it going to be worth it? Is a chicken worth 2500 energy? No, of course not. A chicken usually goes for like what? Let's think about it for a second. Maybe 500 energy. Is the epic tome going to be worth another 500 energy? I'm not sure. But here in this specific case, because you are getting these additional gems, then it's fine. Plus, on top of that, we also got a free gift from Plarium. Make sure you collect it. That also gave away 400 energy for free. So this is going to have a cost of around 1000 energy, right? We're going to be on 1000 energy deficit, which is not great. Now, in terms of the characters we have available, if you are very, very lucky and you can pull Fina, or pull this other guy, GETALICE. These are faction champions that will change your roster for sure, right? Because they will give all kinds of bonuses to your team. They also have dual aura for the specific faction, and they have some really, really strong abilities. So if you can grab any of these characters, that's going to be huge. In terms of the other ones you can pick, you can see right here Royal Guard, you have Neldor, you have this guy right here, Vergis. Though I would say those are like the best characters we have here. And Dahlia. I actually need this for Makage. So if I would get her, that would be awesome. So yeah, in terms of the rewards, like it's not amazing value, but if you have nothing else to do, you can do this, right? You can do this and then save this 4-star chicken for something in the future, or use it to empower one of your previous characters. Like I said, this time we are doing high elves, and this will depend on what you have available on your roster. If you have Galatir, good luck, it should be very easy for you. But most people, I would say, are going to have Arbiter, and Arbiter is going to be the MVP here, because of a revive, right? We're gonna set up the gear with Arbiter in a way that will make it very, very easy for us to beat this challenge. In terms of the other characters, some people will get Elena Real from the starter champion. I have seen some people with that. I think there is also Yannika is also a starter character. A lot of people will have Shimi Rami because she drops all the time. It's a very common drop. And I think this guy is also a starter champion, but I'm not 100% sure. In terms of the epics that we should mention, of course, we have the Royal Guard, the Neldor, the Vergis. Ethelene is also a strong damage dealer. We have here this girl, she also does stuff. And the other ones I'm not familiar with because I didn't unlock them. And finally, on the rares, we have Elaine that maybe was our starter. Maybe I have her geared up. I don't. Apothecary, some people really overrate this guy and say like he's amazing. He's decent, you can use him. But yeah. Of course, you want to make a team that will beat the hard difficulty of the dungeons. Because if you're going to just take rares, then this event might cost you like 3000 energy, and that's something you definitely don't want. Okay, let's talk about two characters that we are going to use and how to gear them up. So you want to go to your filters, select everything, and then factions, high elves. And like I said, the main character you want to use is Arbiter. And you want to use Arbiter with the Regeneration set and the Immortal set. And why is that? Because you want her to revive as often as possible. It's all about reviving with her. You don't need books for her. It's not important. The red stars is not important. What is important is making sure that she survives and that she's fast enough to revive your entire team, right? And you just let her go. Whichever other character you have to deal damage is not as relevant as long as she's reviving everyone else. And then you just watch the match going, or just put it to farm and you go sleep, something like that. In terms of the relics, doesn't really matter. Like I said, the only thing that really matters is making sure that she has Immortal with Regeneration. And in terms of masteries, I have support and defense, but it's, like I said, it's not really important as long as she survives. Of course, you want a banner that has a decent amount of speed and health. You want to make sure that she has around 50,000 health, 60,000 health, and a decent amount of defense as well, 3,000, 4,000, around that. Depends on how good your Immortal gear is. Apart from Arbiter, if you have, I would strongly recommend Royal Guard, because it does damage based on max HP, and this will allow you to do higher difficulties, right? Because using this ability alone will chip away the health of the enemies a lot more, and you want to do this as often as you can. I'm using this guy with the Slayer set because it's like the best gear that I have right now, but if you have something else, go for it. If you have Listen Tier, this guy is cool. He applies slow, he applies weakness, he's going to increase your damage. He's pretty tanky. He benefits a lot of ignore defense and increased defense as well, so if you have both of them, that's great. Unfortunately, I don't have any character that really buffs, but yeah, you can see that I have some of these epics that might be good. For example, this girl, she might be good because she buffs, right? Buffs with the shield and strength, yeah, it's not that good. I would rather have someone that buffs defense, but I don't think I have. This guy increases. Okay, this one, this will be the one. This will be the one that you want to bring to support and buff your team. Unfortunately, I don't have him geared up. This girl, she's going to apply a stun to a single target. And this one is going to increase the duration of all increased defense. So you need already to have increased defense on your team, which we don't have. And she also has another buffs. Okay, another option, but very complicated. A lot of people have Tyrell. Tyrell would be nice as well because you have the decreased attack and decreased defense. We also have the turn meter reduction and the stun. But yeah, I don't think Tyrell is a good investment at the end game. So yeah, we're gonna focus on Royal Guard. We're gonna focus on Neldor that you need for Fire Knight Hard. If you have this guy, you should have like 2 of these guys actually, and empower them to +2 or +4 if you can, whenever you can. You need books on the basic, you need books on the second ability maybe. No, it's just on the basic. That's it. As soon as you can book the basic, move on, move to the next one. And of course, Phantom Touch to do as many attacks as possible. So like this, you are improving your future Fire Knight art teams at the same time as you are doing this challenge as well. And the last character we are going to take is Vergis. I'm not sure why. He's like he gives ally protection, he gives regens, he gives speed, and he also gives shield from his passive, which you should book because he does like cooldowns and stuff. I'm not gonna book him here because my team is strong enough to do it without it. But yeah, these are the characters that I'm going to take and that overall I would recommend you taking. Of course, if you have something better, or of course if you have something worse, you have to adjust based on what you have, because it's Raid Shadow Legends. Not everyone has the same characters. Okay, let's see this team in action. I try to do like Dragon 10, but my team of course is not strong enough to Dragon 10. So I had to settle for Dragon 3 or Dragon 2. Dragon 2, I think. Okay, so yeah, this is the team that we are running. We are using Vergis as the leader because he has the strongest aura, increases the allies' defense by 33% in dungeons, and one of our main damage dealers is going to be Lisantir. If you are on a different situation, maybe you want to use Royal Guard instead, and that's going to be fine too, right? Royal Guard will buff Arbiter and Neldor instead, but I think in this case Lisantir is going to be better off. And it also increases the survivability of your team, including your Arbiter. Okay, let's take a look. So we are doing Dragon 2, which is is the best we can, right? It's the best we can. We have to go with it. And then you just let it run auto, and that's pretty much it. There is not much to worry about. There is a reviver here, but I think she only revives one character, so it's not a big deal. This team has a nice coverage in terms of negative effects, but it's more for a single target in terms of, for example, defense down, right? We have decrease attack, we have decrease defense, but it's a single target. So that's going to be good for the boss and not as good for the trash, but you just let it rip. Just let it rip, and whenever it's necessary, Arbiter is going to revive everyone, and then you are done with this wave, right? So one enemy died. Lisantir and this guy Vergis are sticking around. That now we revive everyone. Arbiter, you want to make sure that Arbiter is giving a speed bar for everyone. You want to make sure that if anyone has relics, they have that invigorating gemstone that increases your speed bar by 10. And there you go. Sometimes Neldor becomes extra helpful whenever he freezes the reviver. That's always nice. But yeah, I think this is a nice setup. It doesn't take too long, it takes around 4 minutes. It's not amazing, but it's not the worst. And we can see how many runs this is going to take. We can take an average. So the average points you get is around like 30, 35, something like that. So 2,100, right? That's the amount of points we need, divided by 35. That's going to be 60 runs. Yikes, 60 runs. And 60 runs with 4 minutes, that's going to be divided by 60. It's going to be like 4 hours. Yikes, that's going to be a very long time. Is that so long? That sounds very long. Okay, anyway. So 60 runs multiplied by 40 energy, that's going to be 2,400 energy. Which, once again, it's a lot, but it's a unique opportunity for you to get a Fina for free. If you are one of the lucky bastards that can get that, it's insane. It's game changing. It's definitely something that it's gonna pay off long term. So yeah, you just have to roll the dice and see if you are lucky, right? We'll see if you are lucky. Okay, so here we go. We are doing this. It's helpful that you have a legendary character with Brimstone. Do you need something else on your Arbiter? I guess you could use Arbiter as your Brimstone character if you don't have any other legendary. But yeah, I usually use Arbiter with Intimidating Presence. But if you can afford to use her as a Brimstone character, go for it. I'm not sure why it's pressing pause. I'm not pressing anything. Okay, that was weird. And there we go. We are at the boss now. We have our weakness. We are going to decrease the attack. We are going to decrease the defense. And yeah, this is the easiest part. The boss is the easiest part. The waves are just the ones where you waste most of your time. But yeah, if you have better damage dealers, or for example, if you have multiple royal guards, this is going to be much faster. This is something that, yeah, I'm gonna prepare for the future, is just having 2 royal guards for this type of events, 2 Neldors, 2 royal guards, and it should be much faster. Okay, so there you go. You see the power of the Arbiter with the Reviver plus regen, Immortal plus regen set, reviving everyone. Then she's increasing the attack, giving speed bar, there you go. So yeah, I think this is the best way to tackle this challenge. And yeah, good luck for everyone. Hopefully you can get Fina. I think between those 2 faction leaders, she's the best one. The other one is very strange. His kit is kind of weird, but yeah. And here we are, Dragon 2. Dragon 2 Hard being defeated. It's not amazing by any means, but it's what we can afford it. And yeah, you're gonna get some speed gear as well. Hopefully you get some good rolls on that as well. And yeah, you want to get legendaries out as often as you can, because it's gonna give you all those extra points. So there you go, guys. This is the Dragon event with high elves. Very problematic event, but I think this is worth it. The other one I didn't feel like it was worth it because of the red stars not being as valuable as getting a new free character. And like I said, even if you are not going to use that character, you can still use it as a chicken, even that it's going to be a very expensive chicken. You just have to roll the dice and see if you are lucky. Okay, let me know in the comments below which other significant characters you guys are going to use for this challenge. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Challenges content, and I'll catch you guys later.